Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randyrhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Believe it.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
I just want to say that these are folks that were either a no or a maybe. And we had a nice meeting. And we've been talking all during the night. This didn't just happen over the last 20 minutes. This has been going all night long. And we are doing some incredible things. I want everyone to know I'm 100% behind this. I want everybody to know that the press has not been speaking properly about how great this is going to be. They have not been giving it a fair press. The press is, well, as you know, in many cases, I call it the fake news. It's fake news. This is going to be great for people. I watch, I say, that's not the bill we're passing. And I also want everyone to know that all of these no's or potential no's are all yeses. Every single person sitting in this room is now a yes.
Okay, he doesn't have the votes. I just thought I would say that. Hot off the presses. He doesn't have the votes. Rand Paul is predicting over in the Senate that Trump don't care. Will not even come up for a vote. Although Paul Ryan is saying he wants to put it on the floor. He wants it to come up for a vote. He wants everybody on the record. But it looks like there's 35 no's, mostly the Freedom Caucus, who are the arch conservatives, the Tea Partiers, because it doesn't go far enough. Now, of course, Trump keeps telling everybody that, he's got enough of the GOP to repeal Obamacare. And yesterday he said, if you don't do it, you're going to lose your seats. And he threatened Mark Meadows from the Freedom Caucus from North Carolina. And Meadows was like, I think he was kidding. I don't know, but I don't care because I won North Carolina by 8 points and he won North Carolina by less than me. I'm fine. He's a bully. I don't really. So we're at the point where members have to be threatened by Trump, which is good because it's finally a challenge that uses Donald Trump's skill set, which is bullying. But it doesn't. Even his skill set of bullying doesn't seem to be, prevailing. It doesn't seem to be carrying the day. And no, 34% of voters favor the GOP plan, and Trump's approval rating is 37%. So knock yourself out. Knock yourself out, Twitler. Good luck with that. I don't see this thing passing tomorrow. And wow, that would be a Trumpocalypse because he ran on this. The conservatives have been trying to repeal Obamacare for 7 freaking years. And you know what's really sick about it? They don't have a plan B. It was this plan or nothing. This plan or nothing. He isn't really much when it comes to using the carrot and the stick. I mean, he looks a lot like a carrot, but the stick seems to be right up his ass. And it's not working for him. None of this. And so despite all of Mr. Twitler's, bluster, it doesn't look like they have the votes to pass this bill. And so far, the only thing Donald Trump has accomplished as president is to cause a lot of overtime for FBI investigators. That seems to be where our money is being spent, investigating this president. I mean, it's unbelievable. He is a Trump sandwich. He is bologna on white bread with Russian dressing. Yes, it's disgusting. It sounds bad because it is bad. And he virtually bought all the votes of the upstate New York Republicans, for billions and billions of dollars. So for those of you who go, he's a great businessman. He spent billions and billions of dollars and couldn't swing the deal. And if you want to know what kind of a businessman he is, Donald Trump is very famous for throwing billions and billions of other people's dollars at things that fail. Just check out all the Trump casinos and Atlantic City. Thank you. Thank you very much. I rest my case. I mean, this is just an amazing thing. Here's the latest article that I found. This is from Politico, and it says, a Freedom Caucus spokeswoman says more than 25 members are opposed. They can't lose more than 21. So 25 minutes. Now, the Freedom Caucus has 30 people in it, and it looks like 25 of them are definite no's. So, here you have it. And I said that I would know more today, and I'm still, trying to watch to see if they pull this bill. the last line of this Politico article says Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky has emerged as its fiercest critic, egging on House conservatives to sink the bill. Late Tuesday, he predicted it would fail in the House. There's easily 35 no votes right now, so unless something happens in the next 24 hours, I predict they pull the bill. That's his prediction. He's on the record on the Twitter. Is where he made this. Now, Mark Meadows says he's not afraid of Trump. And I would say that's probably because the Freedom Caucus has made a deal with Satan himself. So, Trump looks, kind of like a little nothing burger, next to that. Look, Trump was what? He was born an asshole. But the Freedom Caucus, they have spent their entire lives becoming assholes. And they have worked very, very hard at getting it right. So... But I will say this, one way or another, it's the beginning of the end. Either this is the beginning of the end of the tanking of Medicaid and Medicare as we know it, and Obamacare and the subsidies, or if it's not, it's the end of America as we know it. So it's the beginning of something. So he's still pushing the plan through, and there is no other. There's no plan B. This is why do I keep on harping on this? There's no plan B because. First of all, the Republicans have had 7 years of being the opposition party, which, trust me, I am now, and it's much more fun. You don't have to get anything done. You just, could sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I mean, it's so much better being in opposition than actually having to govern, which is something the Republicans have never learned to do. This is why you see all this flailing around and this craziness, and it's like he's splitting the party and in pieces, and you got the moderates over here that go, my people will kill me if I take away their Medicaid, and if I take away their subsidies for the Obama, oh my God, I'll never get reelected. And then the conservatives are like, this is just a big giveaway. This is like billions and billions of dollars. You got to get the government out of it completely. You can't even allow them to run an exchange. My God, you can't. And then you've got the Democrats who are all opposed because freaking Obamacare just needs to have those risk corridors restored, meaning sit down with the insurance carriers and renegotiate what Rubio taketh away, which was a payment of $83 billion to the insurance companies that we promised to pay them if they took all comers, meaning if they took people with ulcers. Oh, yeah, it's confirmed. And it's plural. I blame you and Twitler. Plural. She had a little a video there for me to see. Oh, it's disgusting. But my butt's clean as a whistle. It's still perfect. Still got a perfect bunda. Still perfect. Can't compete with mine. But yeah, many of them. So, I'm supposed to give up eating, apparently, and drinking things. I mean, she said, no, listen to this list, okay? No juice. Nothing citric. No bananas, no garlic, no onions, no tomatoes. No coffee. No tea. I mean, there's like, no peppers. Nothing spicy. Bland. Bland is your friend. You want bland. Apparently, I'm supposed to be living on, kaopectate and Pepto-Bismol. This is what I get to eat now. And I said to her, this is so unfair. It's so unfair. I eat so well. She goes, yeah, you look great. I got to say, you look just amazing. I don't know. I really don't know why, but I think you did this to yourself. No Splenda. No stevia. No nothing. No, and no sugar. Oh, God, no sugar. I said, I don't eat sugar. No alcohol. What? No alcohol. So what is the purpose of living? Just explain this to me. I mean, I don't really understand the purpose of living if I can't have a banana, I can't have a piece of cheese, I can't have a pepper. Oh, and Ryan and Chad in Albuquerque, I just got your package. What did they send me? Oh, Howard, you should go get it. It's the industrial size 505 hot green Albuquerque chilies.
You can't have it.
Can't have it. It's like, it's mocking me. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Do you know how much this weighs? Hey, man, I don't know who bottles this, but I'll sell it for you because this is like one of my favorite things. Yeah, flame roasted green chilies. I was going to make beautiful salsa out of it. Oh, no. Can't make salsa. Why not? Because you can't have green chilies. All right, I'll make it without the chilies. I'll make them mild. Oh, no. You can't have tomatoes. But that's salsa. Anyway. I mean, I am just like, I'm freaked out today. I just disconnected my computer. Oh, no. Yes. Wait.
I'll look at it during the break.
This thing, wait, how many? This is 40 ounces. It's like 2 pounds of chilies that I can't have. I can't have anything. Yeah. The analog input is out, is not in. It's not in. I knocked it out. All right, so that's my phone. I can't talk to you. Anyway, so there's all that. And then there's the Gorsuch stuff, okay? I got to tell you, this man is, we were looking for a word for him last night, and he's so glib. This is the word. He's the definition. You look up glib in the dictionary, and this is that man. I mean, it's just, and Chuck Schumer, very smart. Chuck Schumer said, maybe we ought to delay the confirmation vote for the Gorsuch, not because of anything that made up the content of his answers, which are empty answers. I mean, this man, I can't get he couldn't even talk about Citizens United and what he thought about money being free speech, as the Supreme Court has decided. He said, I can't get into politics. I'm sorry, but you want to be a Supreme Court justice? These are the things you're going to have to get into, is political cash, whether or not they're people, whether or not cash, the money is more than, dead presidents. You know what I mean? Whether or not it has natural rights, like freedom of speech. So, so anyway, Schumer said, maybe we ought to just postpone the Gorsuch vote because, when Obama only had a year left, you didn't think that was the proper positioning for a president to be picking a lifetime appointment to the Supreme Court. If you only have a year left, I don't know what logic that actually encompasses, but conservatives, that'll make sense to them in some weird fake news way. But according to them, you only get to be president for 7 years if you're reelected to 2 terms. The 8th year, the last year, you get to do nothing. Everything you do will be bogus and bullcrap, and so you can't. Anyway, so Schumer is saying he doesn't really think that what's his name? Trump. Twitler. He doesn't believe Twitler's going to be around for a year. So he's saying, listen, you wouldn't let Obama pick a justice because he only had a year left in the term. But, he's basically signaling nobody really thinks that Trump has anywhere near a year left in his term. He said there's a cloud now hanging over the head of the president. And while that's happening, to have a lifetime appointment made by this president seems very, very unseemly. So listen to this. This is like such a great argument.
Of irony that Republicans held this Supreme Court seat open for nearly a calendar year while President Obama was in office, but are now rushing to fill the seat for a president whose campaign is under investigation by the FBI. There is a cloud now hanging over the head of the president. And while that's happening, to have a lifetime appointment made by this president seems very unseemly, and there ought to be delay. You can bet if the shoe were on the other foot and a Democratic president was under investigation by the FBI, the Republicans would be howling at the moon about filling a Supreme Court seat in such circumstances. After all, they stopped a president who wasn't under investigation from filling a seat with nearly a year left in his presidency.
Yeah, I agree with Chuck Schumer. In fact, I would go one step further, Chuck. Senator Schumer, of course. I would go one step further. I would say that Trump is not allowed to even make any more interior decorating decisions inside the Oval. I would stop him from making any changes at all, including the sheets on the bed. No changes because a cloud is hanging over it. And it is. Yeah. And so a president who wasn't under investigation by the FBI. Oh, and by the way, wasn't this your reason, conservabots? Wasn't this your reason that you didn't vote, you couldn't vote for Hillary Clinton, is because you thought that she was currently under investigation by the FBI, which was untrue? But you thought that because that's who you are. But you said that if we voted for Hillary Clinton, if the popular votes, won the day, that we would have a president who was constantly under investigation by the FBI. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? This man is under investigation by the FBI, and we don't know how long he'll be under investigation by the FBI. Could be another week, could be, a month, could be years. We don't know. All we know is Comey said that this investigation started in July, and it's only, March, almost April now, and that's not a long time to investigate something of this magnitude. So this could go on for, the whole presidency, actually. So why should we allow him to pick a Supreme Court justice, huh? Why should we? Yeah, that would be a perfect slap in the face to Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump, the two most slappable faces in Washington, D.C. This Gorsuch guy, though, the more you look at him, the scarier he gets.
Clear for takeoff.
The Randy Rhodes Air Force. Air Force. RandyRhodes.com.
Go to RandyRhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.